Hello and welcome to another episode of Alex's Afternoon Art Show. It's been a little while since I've actually recorded one of these, like two or 3 weeks, I think, since I've actually recorded one. So I don't remember everything of how to do this. But today, what I do know is that it is Amingo time. We are drawing Amingo, and we're continuing the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 mural as per usual. I think one of these days I might take a break from it and do something else for one of these videos, but we'll see what happens. I'll have these stocked up for ages anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Okay, so this is the one of where I mentioned that we were going to be showing off some of the more kind of cartoonier stuff of how to do that. So I'll just start turning off all the characters that we don't need on. And yeah, we're getting to the point now where we're really catching up on all of the what are they called? The base sketches that I've done. And same thing, that's still gone for so many weeks. We've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ahead on the Marvel side, so we still got a lot to do. Still got a lot to do. That's still 12 videos ahead that we're at right now. Well, we're on to the one of them anyways. So I'll zoom in a touch. And now, so I'll just turn off everything else, may as well. No point in leaving it on. So during this video you may see some weird like frame dropping and stuff like that. There isn't really much I can do about that as far as I can tell so far. It is just a thing of the file size on this is large, so having this open and OBS open at the same time is causing a little issue every now and then. So unfortunately there's not much I can do about that at the moment. I might try and figure out some way of fixing that, but this is what we've got at the moment. But anyways, as I say, it's time to do Amingo. So, as you can see, I didn't use reference for this, because all I needed was the circle tool. Because, I mean, he's not as perfectly round as he shows up in the game, or, well, he's a little smaller than he is in the game. In the game he's normally a little plumper, say. He's not quite as much of a perfect circle as he is here. But I decided that that would be more appropriate here, and it'd be easier to do. And as you can tell, the saving on this is taking a minute now, so I may need to figure something else out. We'll see. We'll see what I do. But yeah, it's not like slowing down whenever I wiggle or anything, so I don't know. But yeah, so with Amingo, what I did was, well, I'm not going to be using the circle tool again because it's kind of superfluous at this point, and we want to kind of get some roughness around his edges now at this point, because his edges are very perfect, which isn't what we want purely. Like I used the circle tool here, and then I did a circle tool here, and then I went inside that circle a little bit. Same thing I did with his head. I did a circle there, erased this bit, then carried on. And so that's the kind of simple way that I did it. And yeah, Amingo is a bit of an odd base here because his this hand is maybe a little small, but I don't think there's much I can do about that at this stage. His hands here are a little smaller than they are in the game. Because yeah, I mean he's got mostly the same pose as what he has in game, but his eyes are a little further apart. I don't think I'm going to change much of this. I think I'm going to stick with what I have for the most part, because it's fine. It's not like awkward or anything, it's just kind of not perfect, but it'll do. I anticipate this being a largely quick video, primarily because it's just Amingo. It's just Amingo. There's nothing crazy about him, really. So anyways, I suppose I'll start. And then I'll come back in a few minutes, I suppose. Probably more like a minute. Okay, so that is our details done. I really troopered through that, but yeah. So you see now we're getting this kind of roughness around the edges, which is what we want. We want a little bit of that anyways, but just a small bit maybe. Because he's still got the same round shape that he had before, but now it's looking a little bit rougher. His pants, or whatever the hell they are, now look a lot more like pants rather than just being part of his weird round body. And yeah, now onto the dots. So we can give him a bit more shape. Because that's the thing, it's whenever you're dealing with characters who have a very particular shape to them, shading is very important in selling that shape. So in this instance, yeah, the dots are going to be quite important in terms of kind of selling the roundness of him. And yeah, just a few, I suppose, notes. His arms should be bigger, his hands should be bigger, his feet are about right, but yeah, he is generally a smidge smaller, but his head is bigger than how he looks in the game. This is maybe more accurate to the sprite, because on the sprite his arms are a little smaller and his head is a lot wider. But generally speaking, this is, yeah, as I say, slightly more accurate to the sprite. Less so to the actual art, because in the art there's usually a little bit of perspective involved, so that kind of fudges it a little bit. But yeah, I'll grab my brush here. Grab my dot brush and then turn it down to 20, because I believe that's what I normally use on these. As I say, it's been a little while since I've done one of these. Probably even do 30 here. 30 I think would be ideal for this. Now, I will return to the sped up universe, and then we shall carry on. Okay, so now we have the colors to worry about. I think there's a touch of desync happening there because I'm watching my mouth. It's not moving at the same frame rate. It's a little off. It's a little off, but I think it's fine. Won't be too noticeable for you, I don't think, because I think for you it should be a case of where you'll probably hear maybe a touch of it. No, it shouldn't actually be that visible. Whenever if you're looking at my mouth, you probably wouldn't be too visible. It might be like ever so slight, but not nothing too crazy. Anyways, next is our colors. Don't know where to start. Should I start with the green, or should I start with this spray? I think I'll start with the green. And then that will be how we begin, because that's technically his skin, because he is a cactus man, so skin is his green. So now the color of this green changes a little bit, but generally speaking it's kind of a slightly more aqua color in the sprite anyways, so I'll just turn it down a little bit from there so that it's slightly brighter, but that it's still kind of on that spectrum. Because this is the thing, on screen it comes up differently, so I'll just turn it more towards yellow, and that'll probably be a little bit easier to view. Yeah, the issue is just CMYK is such a miserable thing for greens, and this is why I have it. This is why you see this area here of where it's all grayed out. That's because that area would not be viewable if this is printed in CMYK. None of the stuff I ever do is printed, but I just have it on for some reason. I think it's just a thing to keep in mind, because if I put a color say up here, that's not going to come out right on the screen. It'll be blinding. It comes out slightly differently here than it does on screen. But yeah, it's kind of within reason. It's a decent idea to keep to CMYK within reason. I don't always do it. I do sometimes kind of go out of the range of it. I mean, I did that with Tronbon, you saw that there, that I went out of the range of CMYK a little bit because I didn't have the green that I wanted. And again, greens are really, really aggressively ruined by CMYK, so this is what we got. Anyways, time to continue. Okay, so that's our colours, and a few minutes of me trying to find something to leave on in the background while I do this stuff. Yeah, what percentage do I normally turn this down to? 40%, I believe. So just open this and click in, yes, 40%. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, it's this, then we got the light line, and then we're done. I'm realizing, yeah, I didn't really talk very much throughout this, and we're nearly done now. We're an hour and a half in, and yeah, I mean, most of that is cut out. But to be honest, Amingo isn't a character who I think anyone has any sort of deep connection to. I am largely indifferent to Amingo. Amingo does not offend me or impress me in any way, really. I think Amingo is fine. I think Amingo is doing what he's doing, and he's gonna keep doing that, and I'm fine with that. Something you might notice here is that Tronbon's foot is slightly higher up than Amingo's, but it's only slightly. It's barely noticeable. You've noticed it now that I pointed it out, but yeah. Anyways, ooh, excuse me. But yeah, I feel like Amingo is fine. I think I'm fine with Amingo. I think Amingo is actually fun to play, which is not a common opinion as far as I can tell. Doesn't seem like most people like playing as Amingo. I don't know why. He's a fun little cactus man. But yeah, I mean, what more is there to say? What more is there to say? He's Amingo, and I'm fine with that. And you should be too. Anyways. I'm gonna do this now, and yeah, then I'll come back for the light line and then we'll be done. Alright, so that is our shading done, and I don't know why, I've given Amingo some really like menacing lighting here, and I don't know, I kind of like it. It's kind of funny to me. He just looks kind of menacing, and I like that. I think it's kind of funny. I obviously didn't light his eyes at all, because I think they should be just as they are. They should just still be not quite white, but the color that they normally are. They should just stay. I don't normally illuminate eyes at all. I don't normally put any kind of lighting on them or anything. I just find that it looks better without it. It looks better whenever they're just their own. I like whenever the eyes stand out. I just kind of prefer how that looks. But yeah, we are nearly done Amingo now, and the light line on him shouldn't take too long because I don't think he should be shiny. Cacti aren't really shiny. They have a bit of a gloss kind of to them, but that would more be in this type of shading. You would see that more in like a soft kind of light hitting them. Whenever harsh light would hit a cactus, it wouldn't be that shiny. Soft light would hit them more strongly, strangely enough. But anyways, I will do this, and then I'll be back to close us off. Okay, so that is Amingo finished. Took a little longer than I thought it would. I thought this would actually be a quick one, but it's exactly as long as all the other ones, basically. I mean, we're just on the two-hour mark, so I mean, technically a little shorter, because a lot of the other ones have been like 2.5 hours and stuff like that. So, next one will probably be quick though, because next one's Iceman. So coloring Iceman is going to take 10 minutes. Most likely, because I don't have to do any other colors. Realistically, I could get the polygonal lasso and just do like a da-da-da-da-da and then just fill it, but where's the fun in that? Technically, I think that'd take longer as well. So, anyways, since that is Amingo done, I'm going to close that and zoom out to about 25% for now. Actually, no, I should probably go out to like 16%. So I can turn on all the other characters. So turn on Tronbot, turn off the background. Amingo stands out well enough. Again, there is some like really weird intense shading on him that makes him look really menacing, but I'm fine with it. In a strange way, I am fine with it. It's something that I'm strangely okay with, but yeah. So that's how many characters now? I think last time we'd done 20, so this should be 21 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 and then 10 on the other side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. That is... It's a lot of characters, and Photoshop is running a little slower now. And yep, that's how far we have to zoom out in order to get them all to fit in the frame. Iceman will fit in fine though, because Iceman is boop there. So this is as much as we can fit whenever Iceman is done. This is as much as we can fit into this percentage of zoom. So yeah, so we've done a lot of characters, and we've got a lot of characters left to do. Because I think we're at like a gig now. I can't actually see because it's in the middle of saving, and I'm moving in a slightly lower frame right here, I'm noticing. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna need to figure out something new to do with this, because yeah, we're at a gig and it's slowing down. See, it's partly because I have to have several things open during these videos. I have to have Photoshop open, which is already very intensive, and I've got a good computer. I've got a good CPU as well, so it's definitely not that. It's not, and I've got a good GPU as well, so this is all technical stuff that you probably don't care about. But yeah, so yeah, in order to do these, I need to have Photoshop open, I need to have Chrome open so that I can look up my reference images, and I also need to have OBS open. I just poked my microphone, my apologies. I also need to have OBS open, and OBS is a very temperamental piece of software at times. But yeah, enough of my rambling, I suppose. Next time, as I said, next time is Iceman, and that'll be an easier one, in theory. It shouldn't take as long as this, because yeah, this is like 2 hours and 5 minutes, so that's about average for these, as about average for these. But yeah, I suppose I'll just sign off and then I'll leave you. So, if you liked the video, do what you normally do, whether that be liking it or not. I don't mind. If you did enjoy the video, I'd appreciate a like. But if you decide not to, I'm fine with that. It's the same deal with subscribing. Subscribe if you want. If you want to subscribe and see more of these videos, I'd be very happy. However, if you keep watching and don't subscribe, I'm fine with that. Do whatever feels best to you. And yeah, if you decide to watch the next video, I'll see you next time. So, now I'll say goodbye. So, bye bye.